Scene script. Have you ever wondered if true world peace and unity is possible? What would it look like? Imagine a world where nations stand together, not against each other, where cultural diversity is celebrated, not feared, where economic disparity gives way to shared prosperity. This dream of global unity and peace is as old as humanity itself, a beacon guiding us through the turbulent waters of history. Yet the path to this ideal is strewn with challenges. Cultural differences, a beautiful palette of human expression, can also fuel misunderstanding and conflict. Economic disparities, deep and wide, exacerbate tensions, while differing political ideologies often pull nations apart rather than bringing them together. Even so, amidst the complexities and contradictions of our world, one organization has risen to the challenge, embodying the pursuit of unity in a fractured world. While the road to global unity is complex, one organization has taken on the mantle to guide us towards this goal. That organization is the United Nations. In the aftermath of the Second World War, a new hope emerged for global peace and unity, the United Nations. As the dust of the most devastating conflict in human history began to settle, 51 nations gathered in San Francisco in June 1945. They were united by a shared vision, a collective commitment to ensuring that the horrors of the past would never be repeated. This gathering led to the signing of a historic document, the United Nations Charter, marking the birth of the United Nations. The Charter articulated 4 key principles that would guide the work of the United Nations. The first principle was to maintain international peace and security. The nations pledged to take collective measures to prevent and remove threats to peace and to suppress acts of aggression or other breaches of the peace. The second principle was to promote sustainable development. The United Nations recognized early on that peace and prosperity were intertwined. The member nations committed to promoting higher standards of living, full employment, and conditions of economic and social progress. The third principle was to uphold international law. A commitment was made to ensuring that international disputes would be resolved by peaceful means and in conformity with the principles of justice and international law. The fourth and final principle was to protect human rights. The United Nations committed to promoting universal respect for and observance of human rights and fundamental freedoms for all, without distinction as to race, sex, language, or religion. Over the years, the United Nations has grown to include almost every nation on Earth. It has weathered numerous crises, faced criticism, and endured scrutiny. It is a living testament to the enduring hope of humanity for a world where peace prevails, where development is sustainable, where law is respected, and where human rights are protected. The United Nations, though not perfect, has been pivotal in steering the world towards peace and unity. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we have learned. In the wake of the cataclysmic World War II, the world craved unity and peace. This longing gave birth to a new hope, a beacon of unity in a world often divided by differences, the United Nations. Born from the ashes of war, the United Nations was formed to prevent another global conflict, to create an arena for dialogue, to promote human rights, and to foster social and economic development. It was the realization of a dream of a world united in peace and prosperity. This institution, founded in the middle of the 20th century, has since become a central pillar of global governance. It's a platform where nations, big or small, rich or poor, can come together to discuss and resolve their differences peacefully. Its very essence is rooted in the belief that dialogue, not violence, is the key to resolving international disputes. The United Nations is built on guiding principles that uphold the dignity and worth of the human person, respect for the equal rights of men and women, and of nations large and small. It is an organization that believes in the fundamental freedoms for all without distinction as to race, sex, language, or religion. But it's not just about dialogue and principles. The United Nations actively works towards the betterment of humanity. It's involved in peacekeeping missions, humanitarian aid, promoting education, health, and sustainable development across the globe. It's the embodiment of our collective hope for a better future. The United Nations represents humanity's shared hope for a peaceful and united world. It is a beacon of unity in a world often divided by differences. Though the path to world peace and unity is fraught with challenges, the United Nations continues to guide us towards that ideal. Remember, every step towards unity is a step towards a better world.